Hello and welcome to the Geo Targeting video. Within this video I will explain the advantages of Geo Targeting, how to use it and how to set it up. So what is Geo Targeting? Geo Targeting is a setting that allows you to target your ads just to the geographical areas that you want your ad to appear in, and ensures you only appear to an audience that you can actually service. So if you were a florist based in Glasgow, you wouldn't want to appear for someone searching for a florist in London, as an example. And this would save you an awful lot of budget in wasted clicks. So to set up geo-targeting, you do this within the Settings tab of your chosen campaign. And within that you go to Locations, then Edit, Advanced Search, and then you enter your location, postcode, and or the radius that you want to cover. So if you need to be very specific in the area that you're targeting, then you can just put in that area, or you may decide that a 10 or 15 mile radius of where you are is absolutely fine, and you can do both. So once geo-targeting is set up, it means that you don't need to specify in all your keywords where you are. You can now appear for much more generic searches such as florist or local florist, and you can do so knowing that the only people that are going to see those ads are people within 10 miles of where you are. Also, if your ad's written correctly, it will confirm that you are of course local. You may want to state the actual area that you are in, or just the words local, so that people feel comfortable clicking through, knowing that they can come along and collect their flowers if that is your business model, rather than you being a e-commerce florist where they would have to wait for them to be delivered. So obviously adapt this to your business model. You can run ads outside your area, but these will be covered in the next video because it's a bit of a subject in itself. Okay, so we're now within the campaign settings, and you will find the geo-targeting option within locations. So we'll click on advanced search, and there are now a couple of ways of doing this. So for our AdWords training, for instance, where people actually come along and we have a workshop environment, I will want to be targeting people within a reasonable geographical radius of where we are. So I have the option of putting in Guildford and selecting Guildford, and as you can see it draws a perimeter around the area, but it's maybe a bit restrictive. I don't necessarily need them to be in Guildford, because we're actually slightly just outside, but this is the biggest main town. So I'll be inclined to go up here to radius targeting, and I will put in Guildford here. If I just remove the one I've just set up, so under radius targeting 20 miles, you can see now it's given me a much larger area to cover. Now going into sort of South London, not quite sure I want to go that far, so I can quite easily change this and narrow it down a little bit more. May even want to go to 10 miles and just start experimenting, because I have to bear in mind that this needs to be an easy access for all these people, and we're on a very good road link here, being the A3, so that's good, all the way from here to here, and these areas are within a reasonable driving time to make it worth their while to come along. So quite happy with that. So I would just select add, and I would normally go to done, but if we have a look also in the other options that you have, there are location groups, and these groups are meant to be helpful in terms of places of interest or demographics, but they don't seem very effective. So I know, for instance, that Guildford has a big university, so if we select their options of universities, and then add. It just doesn't seem to like it. I've played quite a lot with these settings, and to be honest, I would normally stick with search or radius targeting, but thought it was worth showing you. There are also bulk locations where you can just put in a load of locations and it will automatically go out and find them. So for us, we might want to put in Guildford, Portsmouth, London, go to search, and straight away you could add all of these areas and they are now in there, which is a really quick way of doing it if there are lots of areas that you need to cover on one particular campaign. Once you've got all of your locations set up, you just go to done, and they're in there. But for our campaign, I'm just going to be using our Guildford 10-mile radius. You can of course then have different campaigns targeting different locations where you can use the location within the ads in that campaign, so you know that the only people going to see those ads are going to be the people near Guildford, as an example. Then we would be inclined to be naming the area of Guildford within our ads to make them even more relevant. So hopefully you can get an idea as to how you could replicate campaigns and make them super relevant through the use of geo-targeting.